As of July 2024, Elon Musk is the richest person in the world with a net worth of approximately $228 billion. With this kind of money, you can literally buy almost anything, and Elon does not disappoint. From a $3 million car collection to a $300 million fleet of jets, Elon surely enjoys his hard-earned cash. But you won't believe what his most expensive purchase of $44 billion is. Although Elon owns one of the biggest electric car companies in the world, this doesn't mean he can't own a few of the most expensive gas cars. In fact, Elon owns the first produced gasoline engine car, the Ford Model T, which only cost him $25,000, unlike his next purchase, which cost him $1 million and almost cost him his life. Because after Elon sold PayPal to eBay for $1.5 billion, he decided to buy a $1 million McLaren F1, which he crashed and almost died in.
I didn't really know how to drive the McLaren, and Peter says, so what can this do? We hit an embankment, sort of a 45-degree embankment on Sand Hill, which tossed the car into the air like a discus, and it kept rotating with about 3 foot of air clearance, according to witnesses. And then slammed down on the ground going.
Elon also bought a $200,000 Tesla Roadster, which he sent to space for some reason, and James Bond's $1 million Lotus Esprit submarine car, which he plans to make functional with Tesla technology. And these are just a few of the cars in his collection. Although he isn't much of a watch guy, Elon doesn't mind spending a few thousand on his wrists, and he did exactly that when he bought his Audemars Piguet for $50,000 and his Richard Mille for $200K. But everything we mentioned so far is just pocket change for Elon. His jet collection, however, is on a whole other level. With an estimated $300 million price tag, this insane collection includes a $43 million Dassault Falcon 900B, a $60 million Gulfstream G550, and a $70 million Gulfstream G650ER, which features luxurious interiors, including high-speed internet, plush seating, and a lot of space for in-flight meetings. Elon did not stop at that. He also spent a lot of money on houses. Elon Musk made headlines when he started buying multiple properties in the upscale Bel Air neighborhood of Los Angeles, creating what some referred to as the Musk compound. Because when normal people like a neighborhood, they end up buying a house or maybe 2, if they have the money for it. But not Elon, as he bought 7 mansions in the wealthy Bel Air neighborhood, which cost him $80 million. It all started when he couldn't get privacy in his one mansion, so he decided to buy the surrounding houses to make sure no one can bother him. But in 2020, Musk announced his intention to sell all his physical possessions, including his Bel Air properties, and now lives in a $50,000 tiny house, which looks very cozy if you ask me. Elon also purchased an entire neighborhood near his SpaceX facility in Austin, Texas for his employees, so they wouldn't need to commute much. Just a quick note, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. This next purchase is a very interesting one to say the least.
Do you have Gene Wilder's house?
I do.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
Wow.
Yes, it's exactly what you'd expect.
Did you request that the buyer not fuck it up?
Yeah, that's a requirement.
He's a legend.
Yeah,
You'd
awesome.
want his soul. Yeah. You'd want his essence in the building.
It's there. That's a real quirky house, yeah.
Yes, Elon did buy Willy Wonka's house, and instead of living there, he turned it into a school for his kids. Let's just hope his kids don't find out how creepy their school used to look like. And speaking of his kids, Elon has 9 of them, and he spends an estimated $1 million each year on every one of them. But I don't really blame him, because in my humble opinion, every penny you spend on your kids is truly worth it as long as it improves their education and quality of life. I mean, who wouldn't love to have this type of money to spend on their kids? The most expensive purchase Elon Musk has ever made was the biggest statement anyone could ever make, because usually when you don't like how an app works, you either do nothing, delete it, or post a tweet about it, right? But when Elon did not like how Twitter was silencing people, he decided to do something about it. So he bought the whole company for $44 billion and made sure free speech remains untouched on the platform. Elon later renamed it to X and spent $10 million on the X.com domain alone. Ignoring his wealth, the reason we all love Elon Musk is simply how savage he can be at times.
You hope...
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But...
Go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel.